I'm Chris, and this is my 70 Chevelle grill video. I'm gonna make a video showing you what I do to the grill and how to clean it and get it painted, because the grill has to go on right now. Well, we still got to put that filler panel. I had to respray it, but you got to put the grill on before you put your fender extensions on. The top one's for my car, but I'm not going to use it. I'm actually going to use that one. It's cracked. We'll go through gluing the crack and straightening the grill up. It looks like a good one, but it's like dented. So yeah, this one was like hit right here or something. But the worst part is like it's cracked. You can see how it needs to be like squished. See how it's cracked right there? Little cracks, but you can't. Pretty sure when I spray it black, you're not gonna see it. I've seen people actually throw grills like that in the trash because they're busted, and it's like, dude, it's got freaking trim on it. Like they don't realize it that it's got all these pieces that need to come off. Okay, so we're just gonna take it apart. Always turn them real slow because you can actually bust the stud off. You know, don't throw stuff like this away. You gotta take these off first. They got these things. Be careful, don't break them. Okay, so does that make sense? If you have bad ones, try to put them under the emblem if you can. Okay, so we're just gonna quadruple zero all this stuff till it's clean, and then we're gonna wash it with bleach soap. It's got 180 on a block. We're gonna try to sand this. It's got little pits and crap in it. Try to sand it down. If you're doing a grill, you want to use a freaking block. Do not do this by hand. It'll screw it all up. We're block sanding this like real body work. This isn't just no bullshit sanding. We're blocking this because this shows it's gonna be painted. Okay, it wasn't too bad. All right, so now we're gonna have to get a paint stick, and we're gonna have to sand this too. All of this in here. We gotta block sand all this. Careful, just we're blocking it right there. Then we're gonna have to hand sand. Very important to use sand in here because the last guy that painted this car didn't really get in there and the paint's flaking, and the last thing you want is a little paint flaking event to happen and then knock your fresh paint off. Just clean it real good, and then all these areas like this, they just need to be Scotch Brite. I thought the grill was going to be a real easy, and then I forgot about all this having to be painted, so that's why I'm making a video so people would know what to expect. Okay, so the bottom is not important, but you still need to freaking block it. You're absolutely never going to see it, but like I said, still do a neat job. Alright, so once you got all the sanding done, now this is the part that matters. Well, on this one we got these two cracks. One right there, right there. We're going to super glue them. But this is the most important part. If you want your grill to come out nice, you gotta figure out how to clean every single little groove in there. So a pressure washer would be really great if you had a pressure washer. I don't have one, so I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. We're gonna use bleach soap. You have to use bleach soap, and we just want to make sure that we can get in there. See, we can easily get in there. See what I'm saying? Like with this one, you can't get in there because if you don't clean every single freaking corner out, the paint might not stick there. I've seen people paint grills and they have the freaking paint like every single freaking one. The paint's like peeling off back here because they didn't freaking clean it right. Now, even if you had to get a toothbrush and do each little one, I mean, that's something you might have to do. This brush reaches in there, and then I'm gonna do it from the back. See, now from the back, we can really get in there. And if you scrub it with bleach soap and a brush, it's going to give you a surface you can spray on. If you scrub it with that bleach soap like that, it actually scuffs it and it's ready for paint. So that's all we do to it. So it took me like 10 minutes to wash this thing really good. We're going to let it dry, then we're going to do our glue repairs. Okay, so we got these cracks on this grill. As long as it's not missing any pieces, you'll be good. I'm just gonna show gluing these real fast in case you just have no idea how to do this. In this situation, I'll use this because it's doesn't run. This stuff's real runny. The main thing is you just want to practice how you're going to hold it or clamp it. Alright, so see what we had to do to hold it. Very important. Alright, so one thing I just noticed right now, like in the beginning of the video, we had the grills here, so I was taking this one to go put it back on the shelf, and I noticed the little chrome things on the middle, the stainless trim, and I remembered I didn't clean them, because I just cleaned those, and I remember I didn't clean those too. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna go take them off the grill. So I went over here and I was like, oh, it doesn't have them on there. When I first got all these parts together, I thought my grill was missing the vertical ones, and I took them off of that grill a long time ago. And then today I just found out that the Super Sports don't have the vertical moldings right here. Anyway, for building a car, the Malibu grills are silver and have these in the middle. SS grills are going to be black without these. We're going to go ahead and put some primer on this. We have to put primer right here. 3 coats of primer and do the body work. And we're going to try to lightly just spray the whole thing. So we just put a light coat over the whole thing. Now we need to mask these off and put some 3 coats of good primer on there, because we got to block sand all that before we spray this. Now we're going to put our 3 coats on there. So we got 2 coats of heavy primer. Now we need to Scotch-Brite the whole thing. Alright, we're going to put it in a black sealer. Since we're changing the color of this grill, we're going to spray it on the back. The last thing you want to do is spray it too thick or run it on a part like this and just screw it all up. Alright, let's see how you cannot really see the cracks anymore. Well, there's a piece of trim that goes right there, but anyway, I'm happy with it. I turned a freaking cracked grill into a really, it looks like a new one. Okay, we're just gonna put the stainless back on. These have been quadruple zero steel wool and then bleach soaped and then dry with air compressor. Gives them a nice shine. Pay attention to the way I'm doing that, because you could screw this whole freaking grill up. It's very hard to put those center ones in there. Well, mine are, because they were the bent ones, remember, from the cracked grill. The longer side of the trim, see it's short and long. These arrow things, that's where the long side of the trim is going to hook on. Okay, so the best way to do it is to get it on there and level out both sides. You're going to have something under it or you'll bust the grill. If you don't tap them on there like that, they could pop off. Okay, so now we're going to put the emblems on. I'm just going to leave mine black like that. Got this. This one's going to go on the 3rd row up right here. Alright, so I'm pretty sure you can have that in upside down, so just make sure it looks right. Just make sure it's centered before you tighten it. Barely needs to be tightened, that's it. Just barely tighten them down, that'll be good. Okay, so you see how we took an original Malibu cracked grill, made some repairs, sanded all this down perfect, and I got about $40 in this grill right now. The reason I wanted to make a grill video is because a lot of people are like, oh, I just need to go buy a grill. Yeah, the grill's like $150 or something, whatever, but if you don't have your grill, you got to buy these trim pieces, and that's like another 75 or something. Emblems 40, this, I don't even know how much that is, but you know, that's why I make videos, to kind of put things in perspective. Okay, so we got the grill ready. Let's go through how we're gonna put it on the car. Okay, so these are the original ones. I found this fat one. I don't know where this came from, but this car actually had all the original ones on it. One of them was broke. I had to super glue it. Sometimes they're hard to get out, but that's what they look like. Now, if you can't find them, you'd have to buy 2 of these at AutoZone. O'Reilly sells these. They're $3. Alright, so we got our clips. I just wire wheel those and plastic dipped them. So that's the screws I'm using. I don't know if they're correct. Let's get this in there. In case you don't know, these clips go right here. Now, we're leaving all this loose for the adjustments. Okay, so we put the grill on. These two don't move. They don't slide left or right. So you got to put the middle in first and then adjust both sides. So the main thing is just making sure that the centers all look right. And then it matches the filler panel. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and tighten the ends down. Oh, look at this worm. High five, worm. I think he just high-fived me. Fender extensions fit on there good. So everything's done. The only thing we really changed was we blacked that out. I like it. I'm going to leave it. Okay, so the grill's done. I got about $40 invested in it for a new emblem. It's all original. Took me about 4 or 5 hours to do it from start to finish. Well, that's it for the video. If you liked it, please subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching.